Hi guys, welcome to the TomTech tutorials. So in this session, I'm going to start a new series on Microsoft Fabrics. So you can see like what are the offerings that Microsoft Fabrics provides us. So basically, it's a unified environment or a unified service or a system which allows us to use different services and workloads together in one environment. Okay, so we don't have to go to different interfaces or different services separately. It's a common platform wherein we can reach out to either Synapse data warehousing, we can reach out to like Synapse data engineering, data factory, and data science, real time analytics, and Power BI. Okay, and it is built on top of Data Lake Gen 2, so that is the foundation again, and we call that here in Microsoft Fabrics context as one lake. So you can see on one lake we will have all our Delta Parquet format files saved in terms of like files, structured data, or data warehouse tables, and easily we can integrate, and any of the workloads can read that or write that based on the type of the data that we have and the services that we are leveraging. So it's a common platform, and we don't have to create multiple copies of the same data, and we can utilize the same piece of copy or same piece of data again and again with different workloads or different stream of data, different pipelines, and so this gives us an opportunity to focus only on our development and build our solutions and provide the offerings to the customers and provide like business value add to the customers. Okay, so that's you can say like it's a SaaS application, and just like Teams we have, right, everything is inbuilt. We don't have to worry about anything. Just like that, it's like a SaaS application, and like you click on a click of a button, you will just open a browser and you can just go and build what you want to build. And even sharing wise also, it's very convenient to do the sharing as well. So that's all about Microsoft Fabric's quick introduction, and I think this is going to be quite interesting to learn. So it's a new technology that I have also started, so most likely we can learn together on this. And we have multiple options available here: data factory and data engineering, wherein we can use different pipelines. Then we have a new concept of data lake Gen 2, sorry, data flow Gen 2, which is the advanced and optimized version of a data flow that we have in Azure Data Factory. So that is typically based on like Power Query, and it is much more optimized than the old data flows. And then we have different data gateways that we can create for our on-premise data. So all these services are similar to what we had in like earlier standalone ADFs, Synapse, data warehousing, Power BI. But now, in because of this fabrics, everything is together integrated. We just have to build our flows, build our models, build our reports, and we don't have to worry about anything. Like if I talk about outside the fabrics, that is ADF, Synapse. So there we need to go to the portal, we need to go and create the resource group, create tags concerned about the regions where it is hosted, and concerned about the licenses. But here we don't have to worry about anything. Everything will be managed by the Microsoft Fabrics, and we just have to build our and provide our offerings, provide our solutions to the customers. So that's all about the first architectural description about the Microsoft Fabrics. So now let's go to the next slide and understand what we have here. So we have some components, or you can say workloads, available in Microsoft Fabrics. So these are like some of the workloads that we have in Microsoft Fabrics. The first one is Power BI. Second one is like Data Factory, Data Engineering, Data Science, Data Warehouse, Real-Time Analytics. So I will show you in details like how to access or how to go through these workloads and understand the services these workloads provides individually. So as of now, these are the components or the workloads available in Microsoft Fabrics. Let's go to the next slide and see, yeah, the key point one. So let's understand like what is the benefit or what are the functionality or the key points of Microsoft Fabrics. So it's like one lake foundation. Data serves as a foundational element for all the Fabric services, and it's also called as one lake, seamlessly integrated into Fabric services, offering a unified repository for organization data. So as I said, it is going to be a common repository for all sort of like workloads and all sort of like teams, they can refer the same copy of data, same location. It's just like a shared pool or a pool from where people can use the data, write back the data, and analyze the data, do the reportings. So that's why it's called as one lake. Although it's built on the same concept of like data lake Gen 2, okay, then built on ADLS Gen 2. So one lake is constructed on. So like as I said in the previous slide, the one lake is just a name provided in the context of Microsoft Fabrics, but it is founded, or it is like the foundation is built on top of Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Okay, and it's providing a single software as a service experience and tenant-wide data stored accessible for both professional and citizen developers. So this is like another point. Then we have, you can see this is a great and important point that we have covered at the beginning. Here, what we're trying to say, we don't have to worry about infrastructure complexities like role-based access control, resource ARM templates, resource managers, redundancies, and regions. Users don't even require an Azure account. That's a good point. So we don't have to create a Azure account itself in Azure portal. So we just have to like log in into our Fabrics account with appropriate licensing. It can be like a premium per user license. It can be a pro license. It can be a premium capacity, or it can be a trial version. So based on that, you can just log in into the Fabrics and you can play around and develop on that. And along with that, you have other benefits as well. Let's go to the next slide and understand elimination of data silos. So as we covered this one, so it's the centralized pool or a system wherein the entire data will be stored with a single copy, and any of the workloads, any of the teams can share the data or get the data from it. And the centralized enforcement of policy and security settings ensures compliance across the board. So this is the another important point that we have. Let's go. Then, yeah, this one is also a great thing that we have in Fabric, that is creating shortcuts. So shortcuts allows us to create references to different locations or data stores outside the one lake, or even different one lake, and just create a sort of shortcuts within our one lake or within our workspace and pointing to a different locations. It could be a blob storage, it could be a separate data lake Gen 2 in the Azure resource, it could be another workspace. So we can simply create the shortcuts and just use it. Like we don't have to make any heavy movement of data flow using ETL jobs, or creating copies of data from one place to another. So we don't have to worry about that. So this is quite effective, and this shortcut is very much smart enough to like understand or do a caching of data so that we can reduce the cost of egress going in and out. Okay, so I think this is very cost effective as well. Then we have access data stored in ADLS. Yeah, so this is a continuation of the previous point. So using shortcuts, we can use like access the data stored available in data lake Gen 2 storage accounts without the need of data migration. Okay. Then we have shortcuts. So this is something that is being repeated. There's no requirement for data migration movement. So the fifth and sixth points are all clubbed together just to give the combined effect of like what we are trying to cover over here. Then we have effortless data sharing. Uh, Shortcuts enable easy sharing of data between users and applications. So this is also a continuation of the previous one. It's like some of the additional functions that shortcuts provide. So that has been bifurcated into different points. So you can see with shortcuts, we can easily share the data between different users, applications without moving the data or duplicating the data. Okay. Extending shortcuts capability, shortcut extends beyond ADLS to other storages. As I said, it could be like a composition analysis of data across clouds. So it's not only like ADLS, it can be a blob storage, or it can be like outside the cloud, across clouds. It could be like S3, you're pointing to an S3. So that can also work here as part of the shortcuts. So just go and read the data from the S3 bucket. And transparent caching for reduced egress. So like as I said, creating shortcuts will help you to like get the data, read the data by lowering the cost because of its intelligence caching nature, and this will be cost effective. Yeah, so that's it, guys. About a quick introduction about Microsoft Fabrics, and we will see like uh, what we will cover in the next session. So that will be most likely the core or the tour of Microsoft Fabrics. There we will understand and see how we can go through different workloads and just from the UI perspective, we will understand what all things we have in the Microsoft Fabrics workspace. Okay. Thank you guys for your time, and we'll see you in the next session.